Special counsel Robert Mueller's investigative team interviewed the veteran British spy, who compiled the explosive Trump-Russia dossier over the summer. The timeline of major, game-changing events that unfolded in the final months of the election coincided with several of the dossier's allegations of conspiracy and misconduct between several Trump associates and Russia. Questions remain about whether the events, such as a change in an amendment to the GOP platform on Ukraine, and the release of hacked DNC emails, were coordinated with the Russians to maximize the damaging effects on Hillary Clinton's campaign. Special counsel Robert Mueller has interviewed the veteran British spy who wrote a collection of explosive memos alleging ties between President Donald Trump's campaign team and Russia, CNN reported on Thursday. The revelation came one day after the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, Richard Burr, told reporters that the committee had been working backwards to examine the memos as part of its separate but parallel investigation into Russia's election meddling. The memos were compiled into a dossier by veteran British spy Christopher Steele, who was hired by a Washington, D.C.-based opposition research firm in June 2016, to investigate the Trump campaign's ties to Russia. The firm, Fusion GPS, was first hired by unspecified anti-Trump Republicans in late 2015. Democrats took over funding for the firm's work after Trump won the GOP nomination. Steele produced memos from June through December, at which point Fusion, with his permission, gave the dossier to Republican Senator John McCain. McCain then gave it to the FBI director at the time, James Comey. Comey, along with the former Director of National Intelligence James Clapper and former CIA Director John Brennan, briefed both President Barack Obama and then President-elect Trump on the dossier's allegations in January. Intelligence officials purposefully omitted the dossier from the public intelligence report they released in January about Russia's election interference, because they didn't want to reveal which details they had corroborated, according to CNN. Comparing events that unfolded during the campaign with the dossier's allegations yields some striking coincidences. The document includes allegations of a quid pro quo, in which Russia agreed to leak the hacked Democratic National Committee emails to WikiLeaks in exchange for the Trump campaign sidelining Russian aggression in Ukraine as a campaign issue. It also alleges that Trump's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, managed the communication between Russia and the campaign. We now know that, while he was campaign chairman, Manafort offered to give private briefings about the Trump campaign to a Russian oligarch and ally of Russian President Vladimir Putin, according to emails reviewed last month by The Washington Post and The Atlantic. Manafort also asked a longtime Russian-Ukrainian employee in early April how he could use his media coverage and high-level campaign role to collect past debts.